I'm out of control, I'm out of control, out the park, centerfold, yeah, hard to say, overload, ain't no parking space, on the road, yeah, I'm out of control, I'm out of control, out the park, centerfold, yeah, say your breath, I'm too cold, yeah, devil hate me, wanna take my soul, yeah, I am just a source of what you stole, I'm about to knock it out the park, yeah, centerfold, yeah, hard to say, yeah, overload, what they want cause they won't leave me alone, yeah, told them don't let me get in my zone,
What's good? What's happening? We back. Brand new episode of Time is Vibez podcast. Been a long time coming, but you know it be that way sometimes. But it's your favorite You Tweaking Media host out here, Chris J. Got trails. I mean, not down. Shit, I'm used to working with going day trail first. Be that way, but Chaz Vibe.
Chaz Vibe on the mic. What's up?
Repping in the purple rain. Purple room, man. Vibe set.
Rest in peace.
Low key. The funny thing is, I've been listening to a lot of Prince all week. Like Purple Rain kept playing on my shuffle.
Yeah.
1999.
That 80s playlist that I had I found on Apple Music. It had some Prince on that, obviously.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I was just listening to that.
So yeah, I was like, damn, man. So we here. We got a lot to talk about with you guys. A lot of music has dropped since the last time we record. So we have a lot of music. This is why we do this podcast, to talk
a lot of things to talk about really.
Music. And a lot of things musically. We got the return, like literally J. Cole has dropped a project. Khaled has dropped. Nicki's looking like she's about to be dropping something really big and then re-release something that meant a lot to a lot of people when I was in high school. So I'm just throw that out there. Just not gonna throw my age out there. Fuck y'all.
Come on, man.
hey. And then just a lot musically has been going down, man. A lot. So let's start off with I think the last time we recorded, we did lose a couple more rap legends. My man's from I forgot his name, bro. Shock G died since the last time we recorded. R.I.P. to him. And I feel like it was another rapper.
You know what my dad told me? I did not know that Shock G and Humpty were the same person.
Bro, you didn't know that?
Nope. I didn't know Shock G and Humpty was the same person. Didn't Humpty have like one or two songs? Please don't tell me he had a whole bunch of songs, man.
Yeah, he had a bunch. It's just, Humpty was the nigga with the nose.
With the nose, yeah. But I did not know Humpty and Shock G were the same person.
Yeah, Shock G was the serious persona.
The one who put the satin on your panties.
So R.I.P. Shock G. Who else? There was another artist or rapper I feel like who just recently died. It'll come back to me, but R.I.P. to the many artists that we have lost. So let's get the sad news out the way first. But let's go ahead and get to what we've been listening to. We are going to talk about Khaled, J. Cole, the Nicki, Wayne, and Drake song separately. So we'll get to those later. But what we've been listening to, just to get this out the way, because the Migos did dropped a new single. What's that shit? I sent it to you. I don't know if you listened to it yet, but they dropped a new single. Really good song. Gives me like that old Migos feel, but more mature, I would say. So what was the name of that damn song? Like I said, we try to give accurate information here on the podcast. Straightening. So decent song. Long ass song. It's funny because I'm like, damn, man, this is a long song, but this is how the Migos songs used to be going. All three of them be on the verse and a long ass hook. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's a really good song. Offset got clean the fuck off. Still showing he's the best Migo rapper. Takeoff had a decent verse, and Quavo killed the hook. So that was a decent track. Then we have, what else have I been listening to? A lot R&B, but at the same time, when you are visiting a woman's house, you gonna get those type of vibes. Wiz Khalifa was also on the playlist. A lot of Wiz lately. Uh, Old Wiz, Orange Juice. I mean, Kush and Orange
Fish and
Juice
orange
Wiz.
juice.
Kush
Fish
and
and orange
Orange.
juice is always on rotation, man. I
Pure
love that.
vibes.
I love that's one of my top five favorite mixtapes of all time.
Pure vibes when it comes to that. Pure. Uh, Doughboy has been one of my favorite. I don't. One of my favorite new artists that don't get talked about enough. Cleveland little. He's a Cleveland street rapper. Really fucking cold with the shit. He got songs with Future. He got songs with Keith.
Mm-hmm.
Fire. So So yeah. So that Isaiah Rashad has a song with Duke Deuce called "Lay with You." Really good song. Duke Deuce got the clean off. I am top Duke Deuce fan out here in Chicago. Probably the only one. But I rocks with that nigga. That's my man's. Chief Keef got a new song called "On Game" with Tato and Ball Out. Uh, the fact that Tato and Ball Out is better than most of them OTF 600 niggas is funny as hell. But hey, they had more time to develop as rappers because I remember when they sucked. When you guys listen to this, do not fucking kill me.
Hey, you gotta watch what you say, man. You got bad history.
I have bad history, but I'm just speaking my mind and with no ill intent. But yeah, so that's and of course, like I just let my shuffle do its thing, man. Sometimes, so like, um, but yeah, that's it for what I've been really listening to, and of course, a lot of you, pause, but I've been listening to a lot of your music too.
Yeah, I'm constantly recording and like it's a bunch of leaks. Right away is still available on all streaming platforms on the
Check
Chaz
that out.
Vibe, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Red, Pandora, all that is everywhere. Um, but I got a whole bunch of leaks and a lot of stuff I've been recording, and I'm literally turning into a different. I'm evolving into the artist that I've always kind of wanted to be. Um, and it's dope. It sounds completely different from the album that's scheduled to release September 9th. Uh, but it's crazy. It's like two different people, but like it's a lot of dope music coming. Other than that, I've been listening to. I recently went back and listened to the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill because I love that album.
Fuck that album.
Um,
No, I'm just
huh?
playing. Nah, I said fuck that album, but no, I'm just playing.
Just a lot of people was anti Lauryn Hill, but the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, it's one of my favorite albums. Not even gonna lie, because growing up, that was an album that intimidated me to the point where I got to get my penmanship and my wordplay on point
Mm-hmm.
because Lauryn Hill was crazy.
Even though
Um,
she ain't write most of it, but
well, penmanship when I was in high school, my freshman year of high school specifically is when I really listened to that album like for real, for the first time,
yeah.
and it just helped me in a lot of areas like my delivery, my wordplay, my cadence, my flow, and all that. Because all that really comes into play. It's not just writing. Um, what else did I listen to? I went back and played Saint Lucia by Future like 50 times, like back to
St. Lucia
back.
doesn't get enough
And I'm
credit,
trying to
G.
think.
St. Lucia does not get enough credit.
I'm trying to think like what is Future's coldest song? Like what is his best song to me? And St. Lucia is like the first one that pops up. But then Purple Rain is my favorite project by Future.
Hmm.
And Salute was my jam on Purple Rain. But I like the original version of Salute better. I'm glad they re-released it. But the OG version of Salute went so hard. Um, but then hallucinating on Hendrix. Hendrix was so freaking crazy.
Hendrix is
Hendrix, what the heck?
Hendrix is a beautiful project.
I cannot choose a favorite song by Future. I will say that topic for another day. What else did I listen to? Uh, freaking Annie Up by
MOB,
yeah.
MOP. Yeah.
That song gets me so freaking hype. Like
I'm pretty sure a lot of people got their ass beat to that song in the '90s. Wait, when did Annie Up come
yes,
out? Hold on.
I'm pretty sure it came out like mid late 90s. Annie Up is probably one of the hardest songs in hip hop history.
Yes.
And then with then you got Busta Rhymes, like, and Busta Rhymes around that time was like nobody to be messed. I mean, he still ain't nobody to be messed with. But
96.
96. Damn, that's when my little brother was born. Well, no, it's not. He was born 98. But yeah, Andy Up is such a hard ass song, bro. Like that song is too hard. Like, what the hell? I went back and listened to a lot of NWA because me and a friend was talking about how old heads was criticizing drill rap.
Hold on. No, it came out in 2000. Take that back.
Andy Up came out in 2000. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Apple Music had the wrong
2000s was a very interesting time because it was like the threshold from like the 90s to the thousands. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, these old heads was criticizing drill rap, and I was listening to NWA and a lot of gangster rap, and I was like, yo, because my point I was making was history repeats itself, and drill rap is literally what 90s gangster rap was.
Yep.
Literally the exact same thing. It's just as disrespectful. You got people who are actually living these lives doing this stuff, like they getting famous off these songs and going right back to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real, and it's like it's crazy how people's opinions of music always takes what somebody say with a grain of salt, because people are just gonna talk about the side of their neck. Because we was talking about both. We was talking about the younger generation that don't respect the previous artists before their generation. Because DC had asked me who was my favorite artist of all time, my favorite rapper of all time. And I was like, dang, of all time. I had to really sit there and think about it. And I honestly would say, without a doubt, is Kanye West. My favorite rapper of all time, my favorite artist of all time would be Kanye West. And I was like, I could go back and say somebody from like the previous era, because as a rapper, I'm a student of the game. I went back and I listened to everybody from Big Daddy Kane to who did this the Slick Rick and what's the name? What's the new name? Why don't he did the song Slick Rick, the show?
Oh, Dougie Fresh.
Dougie Fresh. I don't know why I can't think of his name. Dougie Fresh, KRS-One, Eric B, Rakim, everybody. Listen to everybody, and I pick everything from everybody. I learned, studied, maybe the artist I am today. But in my generation, growing up, I grew up with I got into music around graduation. I got into Kanye West around graduation. No, well, because I was like in elementary school and graduation came out. So I grew up with this dude, and he really influenced me on more levels than any other artist has. And I was like, honestly, my favorite rapper of all time, my favorite artist of all time would be Kanye West, no doubt. And but yeah, I went off on a tangent, but we were just talking about how younger generations don't respect who came before them, older generations don't respect who came after them, and it was like, yo, history repeats itself. Music is going to continue to grow and change, and you just gotta love music. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I went off on a long tangent, but yeah, that's what I've been listening to.
Respect it. So yeah, that's what we've been listening to lately. Let's go ahead and talk about some of these major albums that have dropped recently. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and do what we love, talk about what we really want to talk about, and that is we got new Nicki, Drake, and Wayne. Seems like they all on good terms, primarily Nicki and Drake. Nicki went on IG Live last night, and I also saw that she went live on IG again at some point today. Bitch really is showing her age because she really don't know how to use Instagram Live. It was funny as hell. It was funny as hell because I was like, Nicki's live? I'm like, that means she about to drop some music or something. So I went on, check it out, and when I got to the live, she was trying to add Drake. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So I'm like, oh, they about to drop a song. Because it's like, you ain't, like...
Drake on Instagram Live? What? What's going on?
Exactly. And the only way he's gonna get on live if it has to be a very select few of people. Nicki being one of them, Wayne, and even then, I don't even think Wayne even used social media, so let's just track Wayne out of that. It'd be for Nicki, maybe Jay-Z, maybe, and whoever the hottest IG comedian is, because you know Drake likes rocking with IG comedians. So
Yeah.
So that's the only way he gonna get Drake to pop up. But yeah, so she was trying to get Drake on us. I'm like, oh shit, okay. She already announced that she was dropping "Beam Me Up, Scotty" on streaming platforms, which was, I'm like, huge, because that is the mixtape that put her on the map, and adding a few songs to it. She said, then Drake finally got on. She said, yo, why'd you when you sent me that track, go out the band? I'm like, oh, so I don't know whether the track she was talking about was the song that dropped, but sound like it might be some more shit that they got on the way. Hopefully on Drake's album, please.
Let's go.
But yeah, on the re-release of "Beat Me Up, Scotty," she added like multiple. I don't say multiple, a few new songs on there. One of them being the new Drake, Nicki, Wayne song "Seeing Green." Fire track. They were rapping on there.
They was rapping their ass off, bro.
And
man,
and all I'm gonna say is, like, look, Wayne is only gonna rap for a few select people. Them Griselda niggas at this point. Eminem, for some goofy reason. He'll rap for Kendrick. He'll rap for Drake and Nicki. Depending on the track. He'll rap for them. Anybody
any other
else,
time it's really like any other time.
And Jay-Z,
like,
he'll rap for Jay-Z too.
Any other time it just comes out, you know what I'm saying? Because that song with Lil Pump, he delivered some classic bars on there, like for real. It was another song. What song was it? I gotta find it. He got the hell off. Oh, I think I know. I'm gonna look for it. But continue.
But yeah, so like Wayne only is gonna rap for like specific people. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, we don't know what we're really gonna get. But and it was funny because I was just thinking, I'm like, one of the biggest crimes is we probably won't ever get a prime Wayne Drake collaboration tape. Because I was thinking about it earlier in the week, because I was listening to Believe Me. I was like, this is a huge crime that we never got a collab tape. But
yeah.
But yeah, Wayne was rapping his ass off, good Wayne bars. Nicki, look, man, I'm always critical of Nicki. I won't say always. I've been critical of Nicki the past several years. Solely because I'm like, I don't think she's motivated no more. And especially because I'm like, look, you got enough female rappers in the game currently who are trying to take your spot. But like this verses like this show, like, hey, this is why she is the best female rapper. Mainstream, whatever. Regardless. Like, yeah, we could sit there and say, of course, we got goddamn, her name just slipped out the back of my head. Fuck. It'll come back to me. But Shorty, who just won a Grammy, nominated for the Grammy.
Oh, there you go. It was Miseducation. His verse on Miseducation with Cowboy got smooth off. Cowboy had a song called Miseducation with Lil Wayne on it. Lil Wayne got clean off. I'm talking. Come on now.
That's easy for Wayne. Shoot, like.
But yeah, though, I get what you're saying. Like, he really gonna rap, get serious. You know what I'm saying? But like, bro, that was the Trinity. That was a holy Trinity, bro. That was a trifecta. Like, that was so nostalgic. Listening to them three on the song together, I was listening to that. I was smiling the whole time. But I was like, bro, this is like, that brought me back to like 2010, 2011. That's not when she dropped that project, but just back into like the golden age of like when Wayne, Drake, and Nicki was just going crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, that was so crazy, bro. I'm like, yo, this is the coldest song of the year. It's what 5 months into the year. I don't care. It's the coldest song of the year,
Yeah,
bro.
it's definitely one of the coldest songs. But like hearing Nicki rap, it just really solidified. I'm like, she is one of the best women rap. She is the best women rapper out here. Only
Give
in
us a
terms of
video
just
for that, please.
please, that
We
Loki,
need
that'll be
we need a
fire.
video for that joint.
Please. But yeah, like Nicki's it's just she's one of the coldest to ever do. Is the coldest woman rapper to do. I know people probably listen and be like, oh my god, what about Rhapsody? Rhapsody's cold, but it's like sometimes it just Nicki has that energy.
You
Like
get that
Rhapsody,
range.
it's the range. There we go. It's the range. Like Rhapsody gonna give me bars and lyrics. I'm gonna ever cap on Rhapsody's lyrical miracle abilities. But with Nicki in her bag, like
I've
she will.
always said that, like when Nicki was getting a lot of hate because she was just doing some other stuff, and it was like people quick to say, "Oh, Mo's fault." They like you made a good point when we was talking about people was quick to take the crown from Drake just to do it. You know what I'm saying? People are quick to say, "Oh, you fell off. This person fell off. This person." Like nobody really fell off.
Mm-hmm.
Like as you can see, when they really want to, like, you gotta understand they are like they're past the prime of their career where they just enjoying the success and they're just enjoying just what they built. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
everybody else is having a turn. So
and
when they really want to, they could really flip that switch and still give us classic bars. You know what I'm saying? As if they still trying to prove themselves in the industry, which they
yeah,
don't really have to.
and I think my thing is it's just with Nicki. This is my main thing with Nicki was it was like she gave us the first album, really good album, but then after that it was like she went immediately said fuck it, let me get the pop bag, and it was
And
like,
I can't get mad at
and
that,
I can't like
bro,
I said I
because
can't get
like
mad at it, I can't, but it's like damn, it like we could have got so much more in terms of it could have been so much more she could have brought to the table. But it's just also known we know you can rap your ass off. But it's also sometimes there's a lot of mid ass bars, mid ass verses in between as well. That's just my thing afterwards. But like I said, I can't be mad at her. But it's just verses like this just show like, hey, she still got it. Drake's verse, this this nigga is a very disrespectful son of a bitch, and I love it.
Drake wordplay is dangerous, bro. And how he just do it so effortlessly, bro. It's just like, man, like it's so sharp. Like what the heck?
It's just hold on. What's the one line, G? He had a couple of lines. I'm like, G,
He
somebody
had a
shoot this nigga.
he
It,
has bro, he
the
had bars in there, bro.
hold on. Let me pull up Drake's verse, man. Hold on, man, because like this nigga's verse. Somebody,
I'm telling y'all, I'll be like, I'll argue that Drake is one of the worst people to get into beef with in the game, bro.
it
Because he's
really
so
is.
petty.
He's very
Like
petty, and you had
he
to be
is
a very
with
petty nigga back to really stop a petty nigga.
Drake is real petty. He's with the smoke, bro. He going for the jugular G. He gonna make you look stupid.
Hold on. So my man said, hold on. I'm trying to find it.
Wish you can play the damn song.
Oh, here we go. Fuck with me, you niggas can't trouble me from the double tree. Step your sweets up. I got Oliver to set the beats up. I need Drake to stop making niggas feel bad where they decide to stay in hotels at, G. Stop. He already said you niggas broke for going to Sheridan. He said something else about another hotel that is a very prominent franchise. Let us chill at the nice hotels peacefully. We
Bro,
not like G. He talks about some motels like they the goddamn motel on 95th and Ashland. G. If you know
to
what we're
him
talking
they
about, you know
is.
what we're talking about. Like
To him
I
they is though. Because I don't know who the hell he was talking about in the songs, bro. But like you gotta cover your tracks if you into it with this nigga.
sound like
Because he gonna put your business out there, bro.
like G.
In the
And,
most smoothest way possible. It
and
was some other
then
lines in that, bro. Like
you know,
he
I'm not
like
done yet. Your girl was better in the morning like a slice of pizza. That's when I had to hit her with the nice to
With
meet
the
you.
nice to meet dog.
This is
So
factoring in.
flawless.
That line is very outrageous, especially knowing the story of where Drake literally broke up a potential marriage because some I guess he called Shorty and dude out to chill at his house to work with him or something, and the woman slept with Drake and shit like that, and it was like, bro, that line is
This
even
nigga
more like, yo, somebody shoot this nigga, G. Somebody shoot this
savage.
nigga, G. Let's see what else he said. Trust this offense. I want to speak in Spanish. Let's see. None of these shits is a Dodge. None of this is a facade. Now niggas is gonna stop driving Dodges, G.
Cause everybody
Niggas
got a Dodge thinking they cold,
lately,
bro.
G. Niggas big look, man. I can't cap,
Niggas that
G.
have a niggas that have a Dodge and just feel like they just cold, but they fucking Franklin from Grand Theft Auto 5, bro.
Like, dog,
Out
like
here in
my
a white Dodge, bro.
like, come on, bro. Like, let niggas enjoy they Dodges peacefully, G. Niggas out here getting Hellcats and SRTs and shit. Let them enjoy them in peace. Drake just knows how to be very disrespectful. Like, come on, man. But really good Drake verse. I enjoyed the song straight start to finish. Shout out to the dude who had made that very viral beat. Uh, you out here getting your royalties from this song. Go ahead and prosper, King. I respect it. But yeah, really good song, start to finish. I enjoyed it. Definitely one of the better rap songs of this year. Definitely one of the better
Mm-hmm.
ones. Um, let's go ahead and oh yeah, and also just make sure y'all listen to Beam Me Up, Scotty. It's pretty dope that we getting this mixtape on streaming platforms. Continue to apply pressure to these artists to add their classic mixtapes to these streaming platforms. Yes, if you have an iPhone and a computer, you can easily just download them to your phone. But let's just make life easy and that way less space on our phone. But yeah, and
Wait,
plus
wait,
it's
wait, 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 wait. He said, "Trust. It's all fun and games until I want to play too. Ay Dios mío, the ice is so frio in the Jesus. This bringing me closer to God, bro. That line was so clean, bro.
evil.
I had to rewind the song.
Nigga evil. That
Do
nigga is
that,
evil.
yo. And I'll be like, man, it be pissing me off, bro. Cause I'll be like, how could you sit here and say that this dude is trash, bro? Not even a sound like I'm overly capping, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like, how could you sit here and say this is like quality rap, bro? This is like straight hip hop, like concrete. You feel me? How can you sit here and say this dude is garbage, bro? I'm not trying to hear it, bro.
Drake
Not
is
trying to hear it.
Drake is one of the best to ever do it, G. And it'd be nice, and
It
you
be
niggas will
capping,
eventually
bro.
have to accept the consequences of it. Plain and
Mental
simple, G.
illness, man. Sick, sick in the head,
Sick
bro.
Negroes.
Stand it.
But yeah, so
Mhm.
shout out to Drake,
Didn't
shout out to
Meek
Nicki.
Mill use that beat though? Didn't Meek Mill use that
He
beat?
dropped a snippet and he proceeded to not ever drop the song. Meek also dropped the "This is a pandemic. We in the you in the pandemic. We in the pandemic. We never heard that song. That song never heard the light of day either." So
Mm.
Meek is just dropping snippets that don't ever come out. And with that being said, I hate you. I really do.
And I
Like,
was like, I remember they said like they he used dude beat like sometime after he posted the video.
yep. See, I guess he said, "Hey, send me that," and dude sent it to him and did nothing for that. And then I
Mm.
guess Drake said, "Hey, send me that shit," and then proceeded to sit there and say, "Hey, I'm about to go crazy with this."
Dude finna get paid, bro.
Yes, he
You
definitely
just
is.
got three of Young Money's finest on your
Three of the
beat,
best
bro.
artists
That
of the
is
three of the best artists
man,
of the past decade on your shit,
bro.
bro.
One business move, bro. You just made probably the coldest move of your entire beat making career, bro.
Price of the brick has went up for my
Wow.
man, G.
Of course, happy for him.
Yeah,
I
so
hope he
hey,
goes on to
that's all
do a
it.
lot
Hey,
more.
all it takes. That's all it takes sometimes, G. So
Put yourself out there for real. Start making videos. Start putting yourself out there, bro. You never know what could happen. Stay
exactly,
consistent.
exactly. But yeah. So let's go ahead and move on. Let's talk about Khaled's weak ass album. So
Hey, chill.
look, man, it's about that time we had that damn dialogue, bro. I think it's that time we had the dialogue about DJ Khaled and these weak ass albums he keep dropping. So, and I think, and literally we talked about it outside the pod where I think literally I said this nigga has not past 2 or 3 albums have not been that good at all. So let's go ahead and look at Khaled. This nigga really has a good Apple Music deal because he really has the fancy little you dig on his
Yeah,
thing.
the
Hold on, you
holographic,
can see the
whatever you want to
holographic
call it.
shit, like literally.
I'm
Ooh.
like, damn, when they do that, I did not know that
Shout
they
out to
did
his
that.
Apple Music deal, G, because this is the only reason why. Because if this shit's a crime. But anyway, so let's
It's
go ahead
just a
and look
crime.
at Khaled. Thankful featuring Lil Wayne and Jeremiah. Decent track. Decent Lil Wayne verse. It's good to hear Jeremiah because we know that COVID was about to take him all the way out. Grace of God, man. So Thankful is a good opening track. Um, then we got Every Chance I Get with Lil Baby and Lil Durk. Decent
Best song on
track.
the album.
Best song on the album. And all I know is that clearly I know they got better shit for their collab album that they've been hyping up for the past month and a half.
Yeah,
So
Dirt got clean off, bro.
definitely did. Definitely did.
Dirt got clean off. Shout out to him.
Yeah. So far 2 for 2. Big Paper with Cardi B. Decent track. So three for
That
three.
song was hot. That song
Three
was
for
decent.
3. Like I say, you got my attention in the early beginning. Then this is where this nigga starts to lose his rabid ass fucking mind. So we going crazy featuring her and the Migos. Now me seeing the track list, I'm like, this is probably gonna be a very success or a very horrible experiment. And this is the start of a very horrible experiment with these collaborations that he's doing. Because they don't make no fucking sense. So, even though now I would say the past year, her has been going out her way to do various different sounds in terms of R&B, with rappers, all of that. And I respect it, and a lot of it has been really good. Some of it is just like, okay, I see what you're doing, but maybe nah. So like I'm very curious on how her next album, well, her debut album is going to sound. Because she's been doing a lot of different various stuff, but also just shows how fucking talented she is as well. So this is one of those times where it's just like her should have just stayed the fuck out and said, Khaled, I'm not doing this. So with that being said, her is singing over the They Know sample with the Migos. Now, They Know is a very classic, very, very classic track. A very anthem, down south anthem to me. So with that being said, I'm not mad at the sample, but the execution was horrible. Very fucking horrible. Her sound like she don't belong on this. And then the Migos, I was expecting more out the Migos. It was like if the Migos heard this, they were like, "Yeah, we'll do what we can."
Yeah,
with this.
that beat was it was crazy because I was like, I haven't heard a Day No sample.
Like,
I mean,
we're at a
like
point where we're gonna start hearing samples for a lot of stuff from the mid to late 2000s now. That's where we're at right now. We're gonna start hearing samples for like a lot of 2000s, like throughout the whole 2000s now. So that's where we're at.
Beat. That's a classic ass beat too.
Yeah, but it's just this was a very bad song. I hate this. It was a very bad song. Then we got I Did It with Post Malone, Meg Thee Stallion, and other people. This was just an automatic skip because I don't fuck with Post Malone.
Yeah, I haven't really heard nothing from him recently, probably because I wasn't looking. But I
I
haven't
don't think
heard from
nobody
Post Malone
willingly
in a
looks for
while.
Post Malone either. So.
But then again, I don't do too much looking for other music.
That too. But yeah, so far we're 3 for 5. Now we're going 3 for 6 with "Let It Go" with Justin Bieber and 21 Savage. Once again, I need DJ Khaled to stop doing music with Post Malone and Justin Bieber, and also I need Justin Bieber to stop doing music with niggas. No offense to Justin Bieber, but it's like, bro, stick like you once you start going back to your pop wave, G, we need you to go back, stay there. Can't come back. Just can't.
Can't come back.
Can't.
I don't remember how that song sounded.
Me neither. So with that being said, he is 3 for 6, still in the shooting 50% in the field. Body in Motion with Bryson Tiller, Lil Baby, and some other niggas. It's an okay song.
Yeah, it was
But
decent.
it was a decent song. I can't be mad at it. So what? 4 for 7. But once again, this is not that. This is like a song. The ball bounced into the hoop a few times and it got in. So can't put much credit on it. Number 8, Pop Star featuring Drake. Drake is a cheat code at this point. It don't count. So moving on.
Right, yeah.
Drake is a cheat code.
We're not acknowledging Grease and Popstar. It's obvious.
It's very obvious that DJ Khaled knows.
That's his own category. It's Drake.
Look, DJ Khaled knows the streaming algorithm. It's called whatever singles is out previously, add on to the album for streaming numbers. He used Drake last year, early during the pandemic, to drop some hits. We was in the crib, listening to these songs, not knowing what the fuck how Popstar would be in the club, and also how the hell how lit Grease would be. So in Grease, which I still want to experience one day, because I think it would change my life. But with all that being said, those songs will not be acknowledged, and just doing so, matter of fact, and I'm about to sound like an asshole, I'm automatically considering those L's because you're relying on Drake. It's like when San Andreas. It's like how GTA San Andreas punishes you for using cheat codes. Use too many cheat codes, the game gets out of hand.
You can't beat the Mad Dog mission.
You can't beat the Mad Dog mission.
You might as well restart the game. You cannot save Mad Dog from jumping off that building. He's gonna die.
He is going to die. So deal with it. Anyway, so moving on. This is my year with Boogie with the hoodie. I think that nigga's in jail right now, by the way, or at least he's facing New York gun charges. He's done. So I hope you got a lawyer, my nigga. Whoever else was on this song, I think it was Big Sean, and I think Diddy was on this fucking song. I hated this song. So this is another L. Sorry Not Sorry, featuring Nas, Jay-Z, James Fauntleroy. This was a decent song. Very decent. The problem is I had to go 10 songs in to get to here.
Hey, Jay-Z got clean off. I'm sorry.
He did.
Jay-Z.
He did.
Clean off, bro. Like, man, that was some decent classic Jay-Z bars.
Yeah, like Jay-Z's going Jay-Z, man. And James Fauntleroy is the most underappreciated R&B artist out here. He's probably your R&B artist, favorite R&B artist. So I want you niggas to know that. So put some respect on James Fauntleroy. Nas was Nas. But I'm gonna say this. This should have been within the top 4, top 5 songs in the album. Like it should have been up there with the first few songs. Cause or should have closed it out. But yeah. Moving on. Justin Timberlake, Just Be. Once again, you're putting crackers on this album, DJ Khaled. No.
It's a new day and age, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We don't need look. Justin Timberlake with no Timberland or Pharrell ain't a hit. Plain and simple. Moving on. I Can Have It All, Bryson Tiller, her. This was actually a decent song.
Yeah, that song went crazy.
That was a decent song. This was the song. This was one of my favorite songs on there. Grease, once again, Drake cheat code, can't honor it. And then the mandatory DJ Khaled reggaeton Jamaican dance hall song, Where You Come From. I don't fuck with these songs. So with that being said, it's another L.
So what's it? What was it? 6 for 14?
Yes,
I mean, that's not too bad.
not too bad, but it could be way better. It's like the 6 hits don't hit.
What do you think was the cause for tonight? Hit as
For
hard as it could
me,
have.
it's primarily a lot of the collaborations just didn't hit, or his choice of songs were just very, or at least the choice of people he put on the songs was just very whatever. And I could tell because Lil Baby was on the album like 3-4 times. That was his choice of artist because Lil Baby's one of the hottest in the game right now. So it's like, okay, I'm about to put Lil Baby on here like 3-4 times because niggas will listen to Lil Baby regardless. But he didn't take a full on advantage of some of them, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like he got Lil Baby C B verses. Honestly, I think that's another thing. And that's why I feel like some of these collaborations didn't hit or executed poorly. It's also the fact that I feel like artists don't care about being on the DJ Khaled album no more.
Mm.
Like it's
I mean,
not the
well,
same.
it used to be more of a treat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was more so like a Infinity War or Expendables type thing, where it's like, oh my god, we got all these different artists on one place.
Yeah,
But now it's more of just like a giant collaboration
mm-hmm.
project. You know what I'm saying? It was like it used to be like hip hop's version of the We Are the World. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was like hip hop's version of We Are the World. It's the album with all these dope artists, the hottest artists. But now it's more so like I think just because the music just changed, really. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are just making a lane for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Without the help of like some crazy ass promotion, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just like, yo, let's just all collab.
Yeah.
So
It's
the
like it's
execution
that, but
kind of different.
also it's just like artists. I don't think they put forth the same effort like they used to. And also, it's probably my main question would be how was DJ Khaled in the studio with most of these artists?
How was he in the studio with most of
If
them?
he was in the studio with them, because I feel like that might play
If
a
he
role too.
was,
Because it's like the energy. It's just like the energy is like it's not the same.
every song doesn't sound consistent with the other one.
Yeah, it's the
They
consistency,
all
but it's
sound they all
also
sound like individual songs put
in,
on an album, created
individual
individually.
songs, but also individual verses. It's like I mean, it's like okay, like nowadays I don't expect artists to be like, oh, we're gonna be in the same studio working on this song. It's not like how it was. It's not the 2000s. It's not the 90s, 80s, and all of that. I mean it in a sense of, okay, this is a DJ Khaled collaboration album. Was DJ Khaled at least present in the studio on hand?
Now I don't think I don't think he was for most of the album though.
Yeah, because I think he probably had a hand in the production and probably said, "Ooh, I could imagine. Ooh, we're gonna put the
Yeah,
Migos on this song because it's they know. So Atlanta's hottest artist. Cool, it's gonna work. I probably would put Lil Baby on there to keep it G real because I think Lil Baby would have killed this shit. But I've been like, okay, and then we're gonna throw her on there to sing it. Like nigga, you fucking smoking crack? And then he just
being
sends it to him.
innovative.
Like it's like it probably
I was
like it's
kind of I see what you're saying. Um, I was I was kind of rocking with that song. Not not super hard, but it was like I saw the vision. I saw the innovativeness, if that's a word.
yeah.
Like I kind of saw it in that song. It didn't really. It was something different. I'm not gonna lie. It was something. It was
I think
unorthodox.
that's
That's the
that's an
word. It was.
example of just like sometimes everybody might need to be in the studio together to make it work.
But man, people are recording in their cribs like
Yeah, I know.
this
Like I and like
with
the
the
pandemic played a
microphone
role in
right
this.
here. You know what I'm saying? It's that's how it is now.
Yeah, I
It's like
know. I know.
the game is changing. Everybody's not meeting in the studio
Yeah.
together
Yeah,
to
I know
do
that, and
shit
I
no
and
more.
I get that, but it's like for something like that song specifically, it could have been so much better if maybe they were all in there together. And like stuff like I know how it is nowadays. Literally, I see you, Dante, a few other artists. Literally, I could just make the shit at home and move on. Like shit, literally, we see Drake freaking trying to finish up CLB, and he's just sitting there like, hey, like you know. So
Yeah.
how easy it is just to be like, all right, now send that to so and so, and let me know when I get the vocals. So it's like sometimes I think it's more, and like sometimes you could just when you take those type of steps, it's probably for the greater good or for the execution, maybe because it's like once you get the vocals in, you kind of have them, and it be like it's different than like live telling you, hey, re-record that this way, you know.
Yeah.
So that way, and then also just more input output, stuff like that. That's just what I mean, and I think
No, I
that's
agree. I
yeah.
definitely agree.
And I think that's
Um,
why DJ Khaled's albums are starting to lose that luster because he's probably not always present in the studio to
yeah.
probably give like to make his vision really fully come to life instead of okay, hopefully they see what I want and all of that. And especially if you're gonna be the executive producer of most of the album, you kind of know what you want. And it's like you just hope they execute. It's kind of like I'm a coach. It's kind of like how Steve Nash and take turns to threes from the ring real quick. It's kind of like how Steve Nash just probably tells the Brooklyn Nets, "Hey, Kyrie, James Harden, Kevin Durant, I want you to do this on offense." They don't because
Yeah.
they fucking Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and James Harden. Fuck you. We're gonna do what the fuck we want to do, and we're still gonna win these games. And guess what? They still winning games, as that's all that matter at the end of the day. So but yeah, so it's just kind of like that. Like, but it
Yeah.
is what it is. Khaled dropped another mid album. Let's go ahead and talk about
Do you think the pandemic has something to do with that?
that too. Yeah, because like even though these rappers artists could easily travel, just keep it G real, and also DJ Khaled. It wasn't like DJ Khaled was living in a state where Muggs couldn't come to Florida because nigga, we literally saw Florida being a hotbed of COVID and Atlanta being a hotbed of COVID.
Yeah,
So
straight up.
so yeah, it's like it played a role, but it's not like nigga. The only person who were really hindered was probably Drake and Justin Bieber because they live in Canada. So they actually have to pull plugs to come to the States. And they could do that because they're rich and famous, have more power.
Yeah.
So, but like
I feel
even
like the
then,
pandemic has something to do with it definitely
yeah,
because I don't know, it just changed a lot of people's mindsets and routines
mm-hmm.
and how they maneuver throughout, their business or whatever. We all found a very convenient and lazy way, an efficient way of doing a lot of things throughout this pandemic. I feel like that definitely had a part to play
Yeah,
in it.
yeah, no lies told. And like when it comes to that, it's just like it is what it is. That's why I think like it's a lot of music that's just sitting right now, and
Yeah.
it's just and like nothing we can do about that. Honestly, shit. Like, but let's go ahead and talk about um the People's Champ, J. Cole. He dropped a new project, new album. It's the beginning of his retirement plan, as far as from I can tell, because I remember exactly. Let's put the quotations on that. The off season. So, um, all I'm gonna say is that I'm gonna start off with this. Shout out to J. Cole. I've been a fan since the warm up. I was what 2008, 2009. I was in high school, so sophomore,
Yo,
junior
J.
year,
Cole got
whatever.
a moving album cover on Apple Music as well.
Not moving for me. Oh yeah, it is moving.
The
I'll see.
smoke
I
is
see it.
moving.
Okay. Hey, see. Hey, shout out to
Yo,
Apple,
how do
man.
I get that, bro?
It's possible because I know Tidal and Spotify. Um, they do that too for some artists. Because I
Man,
know,
that's smooth.
like I know, when Uzi dropped last year, he had one, but what's for Apple? I think it was only on Tidal and Spotify that it moved. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, so some artists like I think I think it's only for certain artists as of right now. But keep working your way up, you get there, man. Hey. But yeah, so shout out to J. Cole. Been a fan since 2008, 2009, the warm up. I was like, yo, this shit fire. I was like, cool. Stuck around with the guy. Seen him come up. Seen him make it. Seen him do songs with Drake. Seen him do a lot of great things. He wanted to become one of the big three of rap, of our era for rap. Seen him make some bullshit projects. Seen him rise and fall. This is one of my favorite J. Cole projects. This is up there with Forest. It's not better than Forest Hill Drive.
Oh no.
It's not better than
Oh,
Forest
no.
Hill Drive. But I'm putting this up there in terms of this is a top 3 Cole project. After 3 listens,
Is KOD up there?
this beats KOD to me.
Yeah.
KOD has some
I'm
skips.
saying
This
is KOD up there though? Is it top 3?
KOD's not in my top 3. It was, and that was more because of Force. But
I really like KOD, but I already told you about how I feel about KOD. I'm not gonna get into that conversation.
yeah.
But I really do like KOD.
KOD is not
like
bad.
such a
It's not
consistent.
bad, but it has some skips on there where it's just like this is absolutely pointless. And it goes to my point of J. Cole where he listens to his bullshit ass fans, aka I call them the Forest Hill Drive clan of fans because they kind of ruined them.
The outro didn't have to have that outro. That would have been a 10 out of 10 album
no, it's
if
not
you
even
didn't
because of
have
the
that
outro.
outro.
He needed
Huh?
he needed specific features for that album that would have probably made it hit better.
I would argue that without that outro, if you listen to everything from the first track to Window Pane, it's flawless. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna cap. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's
I can't
no
call it a
problems.
perfect
I
album.
have no qualms. No. Oh, it could have been like this. I mean, he ain't had no features on the album, did he? No, he did.
He had no features.
He had no features. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying about the Cole listen to his
And then it
fans and
has
having no
skips to
features,
me too.
but I listened to that album from start to finish, and it was just like a movie. It was perfectly put together. Like he was definitely in a dope mindset when he made the album. My only problem is just it's just the outro. That's my only problem. I wish he never put that on there. I wish that was just like a random song on YouTube, like the Nobody Dies or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He could have did that if you had to make that song. You could have just dropped it on YouTube, so the Cole fans could laugh at the Little Pump fans or something. You know what I'm saying? It's fan service. I get it. But to me, it really it threw off the entire vibe of the album.
I get what
It
you
really,
mean.
it really did. It
I get
was
what you mean.
like after Family Guy went off and the boring Adult Swim shows come on that you skipped until the anime came on. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, it was completely unnecessary. But other than that, that album was perfect to me.
I get what you mean. Like I like the concept of it, but over time, especially like
I mean, I would feel I because did For Your Eyes Only did that have features too?
that had no features either.
Yeah.
And that to me is his worst
Um,
project.
I feel like that was more fan service. For Your Eyes Only was more so like for the fans. But KOD was a great step up from
Yeah, that's why it's like it was a good step
Forest Hill
up. Yeah,
Drive.
but also, like I said, KOD's not a bad album. I love the concept because the concept in itself was really good. But also, like when I go back and listen to it fully, it's a few skips, cringy skips to me. Like whereas it's
Really?
like, like yeah, like let me look at the track list. Like songs I know I outright don't listen. Like the only songs I know I listen to on a consistent basis. KOD, Photograph. I don't listen to the cutoff. ATM. I have to be in the mood. Motivate. Hold on. Nope. Don't listen to Motivate. Fuck that song. Kevin's Heart. It was cool at the time, but I don't listen to that no more. Brackets is still fire.
Brackets was cold.
Brackets is really fucking cold. Once an Addict. Interlude. Well, that's an
But the
interlude.
songs aren't really that long, and it's only 12 songs.
Yeah.
And skip the last song, that's 11 songs. And the theme, the Choose Wisely theme and everything, it was damn, that shit was just so concise. I'm not concise, consistent and concise.
Consistent and
You know
concise,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Like I said, I like the theme of the album.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I don't really replay it a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm an artist. I kind of listen to music differently than like
Yeah, of
just
course,
a
yeah.
consumer. But at the same time, I don't really play it a lot. But that at at a certain stage, replay value isn't necessarily the only thing you could judge a piece of work from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of things that I've only heard like once or twice. But when I heard, I was like, "Yo, that's a solid song." You know what I'm saying? That's a solid album. Um, But yeah, I feel like he did what he had to do when he left, and then came back for track 12 and did some unnecessary shit. Should have just stopped.
But like track 12 is like the because it's part of his retirement package. Retirement package.
Just kept that
So
shit. Okay.
so yeah, so it's just like I get what you mean because he calls it the intro to the fall off, which is supposed to be his last project. So we're well on the road to that, even though we're probably not gonna get that till next year. But anyway, so yeah, so he drops the off season, so we're well on the retirement plan. Um, like I said, I like it. Top 3 cold project to me. Number 1 being Forest Hill Drives. I put this might be number 2. This might be my number 2. I might be tripping. I might be tripping.
Damn,
This
number
might be my
two.
number 2. And then I'm
Wow,
gonna
that's
put the warm
interesting.
up. No, I'm putting Friday Night
What
Lights.
do
I'm
you
tweaking.
what do you put Born Center?
Born Center is number 5. But like
Curious to know.
it's with KOD. It's with KOD.
I
Like
thought Born
okay,
Center was nice.
like Born Center is really good.
It was
Like
long as hell.
I can listen to Born Center start to finish better than I can KOD now. But I know KOD's the better project because if I was just sit there and point out certain songs, some of those songs are stronger than the songs on Born Center. But I think Born Center, I just like how it flows. That makes sense.
I literally just added Forbidden Fruit to my playlist because I forgot
Forbidden
about that
Fruit is a
song.
really fucking great song.
That song is awesome. That's a
Like
good
that
ass
is
song.
a really freaking great song. I love even though I think that's J. Cole did not give us a Kendrick verse on there. I think it's a huge sin. Excuse me, a huge sin that we don't have a Kendrick verse to that, but it be that way sometimes. But like I love Born Center, like Villa Illuminati, Fire, Land of the Snakes is one of my favorite songs, and plus I love the sample.
Power Trip. Yeah, Power Trip.
Power Trip, like I think we was talking about the other day, is a J. Cole's best single ever. One of his best singles. And plus it was a vibe. Mo Money, that's an interlude. I don't normally count interludes. Trouble is fire. Runaways fire. She Knows is really good. Rich Niggas is fire. Forbidden Fruit fire. Chaining Day is probably the weakest song on here. Wait. Did I have that? Yeah, I think Chaining Day is probably one of the weaker songs on the album. Crooked Smile, it's okay.
That song got outplayed.
It got outplayed to hell. That's probably why I just feel so indifferent about it. Like, it's a skip, but if I was to hear it in shuffle, I skip it. If I'm listening to the album, I leave it alone. I leave it alone, but I'm probably zoning it out in my head, you know. Let Nas Down is such a hilarious song, but I respect it. Born Sinner is a really good song. Miss America, and then I think this is the bonus edition. Miss America was decent. New York Times with 50 was decent. And I don't remember these other 3-4 songs, so I never really bothered to listen to them. But yeah, the Born Sinner is really freaking good. Like, it's 5, but it's not a bad 5. Like, it's respectable. So, but yeah, so anyway, new album, Off Season. Starts off on 95 South. When I heard the Dipset sample, I thought this nigga was about to go fucking nuts. Well, he did go fucking nuts on the song. And then I heard Cam. And Cam is one of my favorite rap personalities. I ain't gonna sit and say like, oh, he's my favorite rapper, X, Y, and Z. No, it's not that. But he is one of my favorite rap personalities. Cam is iconic in that aspect, and has one of the greatest. And has one of the greatest flows ever.
Yeah, Cameron been crazy.
Yeah, Cameron just hyping it up. So I'm thinking like, oh, she was about to get a Cam verse. Oh, yeah, it's about to go fucking nuts. And then he just kept talking. I'm gonna say, nigga, please rap. But in the midst of this, J. Cole was rapping his goddamn ass off. Rapping his ass off, G. And it kind of set a good tone for the album. Because he was legit rapping his fucking ass off this whole album over a really fucking great beat. So, I love 95 South. Amari, rapping, pretty much consistency with his albums, he's rapping his ass off.
Of course. So,
regardless, like, that's going to be, I'm not going to just keep saying it. Amari, really good track. Well, he produced. My Life with 21 Savage. Really freaking good. 21 got off. Him and 21 make a good.
Like, yeah, I was just thinking that like they make a good collab.
Yeah, and like they bring the best out of each other, and like that's a prime example.
I feel like they have a lot of fun, just rapping and feeding off each other. The chemistry is nice.
Yeah, they have a really good chemistry, and it's a prime example, kids. As Suge Knight used to say, prime example, kids. Sometimes it's good to work with other people. See? But anyway, next, Applying Pressure. Nigga fucking spazzed.
Yeah.
Nigga fucking spazzed. So nothing else to add. Beat was fire too. Punching the Clock was decent. I don't have no problems with Punching the Clock. 100 Mil featuring Boss was decent. Pride is the Devil with Lil Baby.
Oh,
that was a really cold track. Like, that's gonna get a lot of play. That's gonna get a lot of play because you know niggas love Lil Baby. But
Fuego.
Yeah, nice little summer track. Let Go My Hand. Was this the track I skipped?
With Black?
I like Black.
It's a decent track.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a decent
smooth.
track. Like, it's decent. I ain't
smooth.
Interlude. Skip. I didn't like it when he dropped it as a single. I still don't like it. Skip. Skip. And whatever. It's whatever to me. So that's the one skip. It's the one solid skip where it's like automatic L. The Climb Back. Make sure I'm thinking these songs correctly. Climb Back was fire. Like, Climb Back was really good. That's vintage Cole. That's vintage Cole. So I have no problems with that. Close. I believe I skipped that song too. Let me refresh my memory. Yeah, I skipped that shit. Wasn't rock with that. And Hunger on the Hillside. Shit gonna get hard, keep your head strong. Oh yeah, I rock with Hunger on the Hillside. That was decent. Decent. It's an okay outro, but it's not. Could have been better. But 10 for
I
12.
wouldn't necessarily say I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna listen to this album every day, all the way through. Um, but I would say from track 1 to 12, I feel like it's a pretty solid album, and it's
Yeah.
like very consistent. Um, I didn't necessarily have any skips. Um, I kind of rock with every song, honestly. But then again, I'm always listening from an artist perspective, so I have an artist bias. uh,
That's why we do this
I honestly
podcast.
didn't have any skips.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to every song all the way through, and I was like, I saw his vision. I saw what he was trying to do, and so I like the collabs he got on here. I like the features. I feel like they all fit. You know what I'm saying? He got his songs. He got some features on there. He got and the variety of the features too is what I really like.
Yeah.
It just makes it sound more like a just a well-rounded project.
Exactly. That's what I was saying because it's like that's why it's like
39 minutes. Yeah.
well, of course, concise as hell. Like now, like niggas, it's like
Albums
literally
ain't hours and 20 minutes long no more.
no more at
I
all.
remember in the days when I used to be able to make work go by quickly by listening to certain albums because
I
I know that
swear.
motherfucker
Like
like an hour
give me
and
an
30
album that
minutes.
came out any album in the 2000s. Just give me an album from 2000s. We're gonna look at how long it
Yeah.
was. Give me an album. It don't matter. Give me an album from 2000.
From 2000s?
Yeah.
Uh, Carter 2.
Carter 2. The Carter 2 is 22 songs, 1 hour and 17 minutes. That's actually not bad.
Mm.
That's not bad for 22 songs. Because 22 songs now could probably be freaking 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Okay. I'm
And
saying
Carter 2 had
these
skits
track
on it
lists,
too.
when these track lists started going past 12, the music industry was never the same, bro.
Consistently
Apple
past.
Music was them.
Consistently
Streaming was
past
never the
12 at
same.
that.
These mugs is hitting 30. Oh my gosh.
With a deluxe
I like
with a deluxe edition coming out 2 weeks later. So
right
technically it's
with
like
like 3, 4
35.
new songs. What the hell?
Like nigga, you're giving
I mean,
me
on one hand, I like it because of the work ethic. You know, you always got
yeah.
to build your catalog because this is how you make money. Then on the other side, it's like back to how easy it is to record music now, and with the your status and whatever, you kind of have some leeway with what you are able to put out because now they're just buying it because of your brand. Once your brand gets established, you know what I'm saying, you can kind of like be a little bit smooth with what you release. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like people need to always make sure they're bringing it 110% with everything that they produce. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna give us 24 songs and then a deluxe with 5 extra songs or damn near 30 songs, it needs to be 30 of your best work.
Yeah.
And not saying that you need to, take it so serious, but just make sure quality over quantity. Make sure you got that like at the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Doing all this.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
And a lot of that goes into the fact that we're in a streaming era where and where literally we and Drake is fucking guilty of this regardless how we feel about him. He's kind of the main culprit of it where it's like okay, most of these people are not going to put this full album on their playlist. It's a good chance that they're going to probably put for at least some artists a minimum 5. They're going to pick 5 out of this 20.
I'm going to pick the song that I'm like, yo, I want to hear that again.
See?
Like,
That's
yo,
going to
go
your
kick that
playlist.
off. You know what I'm
And like
saying? I could say, oh, this song was good and not add it to my playlist. But that
that
doesn't
too.
mean the song wasn't good. It's just, am I going to listen to this again
Hmm.
continuously?
And like for me, if I like a song, I'm just gonna throw it in my playlist. That's just me just keeping it G real. It may not even
Cause
be a good.
I skip songs that's in my playlist sometimes.
Yeah,
So
me too.
I need to
Like
know,
shit.
like, I'm gonna listen to this if I'm gonna add it to my playlist.
Yeah. Like I do the same thing. Like, hold on. My main
Right.
playlist, it has what how many fuck it's take forever to load. That just saw how many fucking songs is on this bitch. Hold on. Let me see how many songs is on here. It's gonna take me a minute to scroll all the way to the damn bottom. Cause I have a lot of shit. Cause I listen to
I
a
got
lot of shit.
446 songs on my playlist. My
So
playlist is 27 hours and 1 minute.
my main playlist. This is my playlist where it's all the songs I like, songs I grew up on, things I like currently, songs I like every like me. That's why I call
Yeah.
it Chris J Teens, the playlist. So
Right.
I have, and I quote, 4,182
Damn.
songs, 260 hours and 19 minutes of music. So this is my main playlist. This has everything that I ever like, anything that influenced me, all of that. So that way, this is all in one spot. And
Yeah,
then
that's
yeah, I
how I
have.
did my playlist.
So
I got
then
literally got everything that I like. I got my music. I got like you said, stuff that you like, stuff you grew up on, influenced you. My homies' music be on here. You know what I'm saying? If I
yeah,
rock with it.
and then and
Yeah,
then
for
I
sure.
have a, and then like I have a playlist for like R&B music. I have a playlist of like just yo shit specifically, stuff like that.
Do
So it's
you
just
have a
like
full? Do you have an entire album on your playlist?
to keep it G real, I have a few of them. Yes,
I
off the top of my
have.
head,
I mean, I put shotgun. I got Hendrix, shotgun, no ceilings. Um, um, what was the name of Dirk's album?
which one?
Just cause y'all waited to. I got that whole Purple Rain. I'm just naming the whole projects I got. Nothing was the same. Um, trilogy. Uh, how many songs is on Young Thugs, Young Stoner Life?
They had like
Cause it
22
looks like I got the whole
songs.
album on here.
I
I
think they
got
had
one,
like
two,
22.
three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10 songs from that album on my playlist.
Ooh,
That was a good ass album, bro.
it was a really good project.
Um, yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, Graduation. Yeah, I got albums on my playlist.
yeah. Like I know I got dang it every Drake album except Views and More Life. I have in Scorpion. I have the full album and Thank Me Later. So what? So that's Nothing Was the Same and Take Care. I have the full albums. DS2, Dirty Sprite 2. I have the full thing, but I bought that, so that's gonna be there regardless. Um, the last three Chris Brown albums I have in full. That's a lot of music in itself. That's like 150 songs of music, roughly. Um, dang near every Future album I have in full. Album,
Yeah.
the album and mixtape I have in full. I just do. I have the full Carter 2. Every Kendrick album I have in full. Then after that it's just hit or miss. But like, but yeah, like it's just the where we at now. It's just like niggas gonna be like, well, as long as I have something in the playlist, it's gonna count towards a stream towards my album. And if they listen to it enough, it works. So that's why, and it's just, but like I agree with what you said though. Sometimes it's just I really hope that we do get back to quality over quantity because it's just kind of overloading. It's really freaking overloading in a sense because it's just like I think
Because it's a numbers game now.
yeah, it's always been a numbers game, but it's an even bigger numbers game.
Yeah.
Like it's even bigger. So it's just I just really hope artists just kind of do give us more concise projects because it it makes it easier to really sit there and be like, okay, this was a really freaking good album. It can make a difference between a really great. Okay, let's use this. It can make a difference between a really great album to maybe a classic to just a damn man. If this was like if he took 70 songs out and made it 15 or 13 songs, but with these extra 7-8 songs that's like really throwaway filler, it's like it makes it feel like it's a good album because like conciseness makes it feel like more cohesive. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's like more. What's the word? Concentrated.
Yeah.
It's not all over the damn place.
Yeah, because like I don't need to know that you recorded I don't need to hear every single song that you recorded while trying to make the album.
Right,
Because
exactly.
that's why I think I view the deluxe album thing as okay, here is all 35 songs that I recorded.
Right.
All 35. You're going to hear the first week I dropped this, you're going to hear the album in itself, even though it's 22 songs. Then next week, I'm going to give you another 13. So, nigga, like, bro, you gave me another album to listen
Right.
to, damn near. Like, and it's like, I remember, and deluxe albums used to be legit just 2-3 extra songs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like usually it's like not that many, but
Yeah.
nowadays it's like side A, side B,
Literally.
like
And
PS1
sometimes
games
it don't
back in
even
the
be a
day.
legit side B. Like I think the only person who legit did a deluxe album concept that I like was Uzi when he did Love versus Revenge 2 or whatever the fuck it was called when he dropped his shit last year. That was the only one that I was like, okay, it's a totally different, it's like a side B. And it felt like one. It felt
Basically,
like a disc 2. That's what
basically,
it was. So it's just like
it's a dope concept. It's kind of getting
it's getting out of hand.
desensitized now.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand. And it's just I really, really wish artists could just like I understand you want the streaming numbers, you just want more people to check your project out,
I
shit
mean,
like that.
honestly, even I wanted to do that. Like Durag season, I wanted that to be like shit, 20 songs. But, I mean, it's 14, but and this might be the case for some artists. I'm not just gonna sit here and say, "Oh, everybody's just worried about the streaming numbers."
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to just have a body, just a
A
huge body of work.
yeah.
It's like a accomplishment. You're like, damn, like I really put my all into all these songs. It feels
Mm-hmm.
good. You know what I'm saying? I would like to imagine that every artist in, not every artist, I don't know, but most of the artists, they still have that feeling inside them after you complete a song. You know what I'm saying? That I don't know. It's like a spark or something. You
Yeah.
just want to have a bunch of music. You feel me? It's like a athlete. You want to have a bunch of trophies based off your performance. Like honestly, your song is like a trophy. Like you get a Grammy off of it. That's cool. But your song, it's a trophy in and of itself.
Yeah. And that's definitely one good way to look at it, especially. So it's just like for me, just at the end of the day, like it's different ways to look at it. Like it is what it is. You can play it it's the fact that streaming, it's easy to drop music nowadays because literally there was a point where literally you had to drop an album. Now
Yeah,
it's like
you
it's
can get
artists
famous
out.
off of a single, and that single could be popping for the entire year through
Mm-hmm. And you,
summertime, winter, spring, and fall. That's out of order, but you get the picture.
yeah, and you
Nah,
don't ever
it's
have to
way
drop an
different
album.
nowadays.
You don't have to drop an album until maybe a year or two later.
You can
And
drop a mixtape, get famous off that, and then 5 or 6 years later, you can drop your debut album. The
exactly, and be
game
like,
has
what the fuck?
changed.
Yeah, game change. But yeah, it's easy to drop music. It is what it is. It's one way to look at it. Funny J. Cole brought us to this conversation, but shout out to J. Cole, you dropped a good project. Appreciate it. One last thing for we last piece of news to really talk about. Drake has been picked by Billboard as the 2010s artist of the decade. I feel like it's a very easy ass decision. The man carried the 2010s He has had multiple successful projects. I think every album he dropped was successful to an extent. I still think "Thank Me Later" and Scorpion's "Booty Cheeks," but at the same time, success. He was successful on the Billboard charts itself. He the hottest artist consistently. The only other person who I felt you can say was like on his nuts would be Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only person. But Drake gravitates to both sexes.
Yeah.
In demographics. In the whole fucking country.
In his country.
That's what I said. In the whole fucking country. So it's like he has I think that's why he got it over Beyonce, because Beyonce has a very strong case. Because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't even bother to look at what some of the arguments of other people were, but I'm pretty sure Beyonce had a strong case, but Drake literally held down the entire decade.
Yeah,
like an
definitely.
entire decade.
Obviously I wasn't I didn't disagree with that decision. Here for it.
All in.
Yeah, we were saying that before they even did this.
Exactly.
He was the artist of the decade. He been saying that before they.
Yeah, he knows it. So shout out to Drake. That's a huge accomplishment. Can't take that from him. I'm happy for him. Also, oh man, we can definitely end it. And Drake isn't. I mean, not Drake. I mean, Jay-Z is in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So shout out to Jay-Z for that. And that's a huge accomplishment. Cool. And like we already know, he's literally the undisputed GOAT of rap. I mean, GOAT when it comes to rap, hip hop. But it's dope that he's getting this type of acclaim while he's alive.
And that's so wrong. That's cool.
So rap been winning all this week. So shout out to Jay-Z for getting the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Shout out to Drake for getting Billboard's Artist of the Decade. Very well deserved accomplishments. And it's good to see that rap is winning. It's dope to see black music winning out here too. But yeah, so let's go ahead and end the episode. Make sure you copy some You Tweaking Media merch. www.youtweakingmedia.net. Still got free shipping going on. $10 off for UTM Vibes. Next month I will have a new promo code. Strictly for the month of June, because it's Juneteenth. That is nigga month. So nigga day. So I'm gonna have something for the entire month in regards to Juneteenth. Once I think of the code,
for the niggas,
I will definitely update it then. But $10 off. We get UTM Vibes. $10 off. Free shipping. UTM ships. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. We got plenty for you guys to watch on there. We got a homeboy Cam. He's going crazy with the gameplay commentary with Nier and Returnal. So check that out. And we got plenty other podcasts like the Black Otakus and Threes from the Ring. New Threes from the Ring should be up as well. So make sure y'all check that up. Check that out. Black Otakus will be up by next week. And of course, old episodes of Timeless Vibes as well to check out. And make sure if you listen to us on the audio side of teens, make sure you subscribe, share. Please share. Share is how we're going to get bigger. And that's how we're going to start making money. So I can sit there and do my friends dirty like Joe Budden did his friends. I wouldn't do that, though.
I thought we was going to go discuss that.
No reason.
That
to.
was true.
Yeah, my thing is I was just gonna make it a joke at the beginning or end of every podcast this week. So yeah. So as founder of You Tweaking Media, I have the option to do my friends dirty, but I'm a very nice guy. The worst I might do is inject them with COVID needles, but that's a different story in itself. But thanks for listening.
You can't give them that joke without the context, bro.
And look, okay, one final thing for we. So, all of this past week, I don't know why. I was just on some bored shit. I'm like, let me watch some Suge Knight videos. G. And it was a video of him on Jimmy Kimmel. So So me and Chaz already got this joke where we know Suge Knight injected a nigga Easy with AIDS. But just seeing the interview of him on Jimmy Kimmel where he admitted to it in the most devious way, where he sitting on the couch, legs crossed, orange jumpsuit, talking about he just got out of jail that day, I believe. Smoked a fucking cigar on live television. Jimmy Kimmel has a bulletproof vest on. He asked Jimmy Kimmel, why you have this bulletproof vest on? Anyway, fast forward. So then he says, hey kids, this is technology's different nowadays. And kids, you don't want to go to jail. So this is what we do. This is what the streets do now. They find a nigga with AIDS, they take his blood, put into a needle, inject other niggas with it, and then proceeds to sit there and say, yeah, man, it's fucked up, wiped the bam. It's that Easy E thing. Laughs.
That's some diabolical shit.
Laughs. Smiles. Smokes cigar. Everybody's just looking like.
Did he really just say that? This man just admitted into murdering Easy, bro, on live television. He confessed.
He confessed and did not go back to jail until he did other crimes a decade later. Suge Knight is an evil person, people. Remember, kids, don't be like Suge Knight. But just know if you do come,
your business partners, my business partners with COVID needles,
exactly,
AIDS syringes.
Exactly, it's a very evil thing to do. But also, don't be like Joe Budden and don't show your friends the money within their contracts. So transparency is very important. All your friendships. Either way, it is what it is when it comes to that. But thanks for listening. We appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you guys later.